Hello, this is Santos with EPO Webster. Today we'll be looking at 12-volt addressable LEDs in a super rubber housing. Get ready for your EPO hookup. So this is the LED addressable controller model hc008. This is going to be bundled with our LED addressables that are completely encapsulated in rubber. So a couple things you're going to need to know about this is here are your outputs. There's actually two places to do an input for power for your 12 volts. It's going to be right here. I elected to go for the simple plug-in right here, and I'm using a 12 volt 5 amp adapter to do this. The other thing you'll note is here are your two main outputs. With these two, it allows you to put two separate streams that will actually run the same program. You're going to have a positive, a CK, and a negative. For our purposes, the DA will not be used. On your LED RGB addressable, you're going to have a red wire, which is your positive 12, the green wire, which is your CK or data line, and your white wire, which is your ground or negative 12. The other important thing to note here on all of the addressables, they are directional. If you look in close, you'll see an arrow pointing that direction. That means this is the input for the power, the signal will head in that way. If you hook it up in reverse, there's always the potential of blowing the actual addressable chips. These are the modules that make everything work. You'll basically be backfeeding. You don't want to do that. All the strips are going to be clearly labeled, you just need to follow the diagram. And as I did here, you'll see I have these wires. I actually got a little breakout cable is what's going to come with these, and I ran it to my negative, my CK, and my positive. Once there, you're ready to start the programming. So the first thing is you're going to want to plug in power. This is a 12 volt 5 amp power supply with a standard 2.1 millimeter barrel. When it comes on, you're going to get something like this, and this is usually what throws most people off. It's because we have to do the first initial setup. The initial setup from an off state, which is what we're in now, is you must hold the up and down button simultaneous for a couple seconds. So I'll do that now. I'm just holding. So this first number says 200. This is asking me or I'm requiring how many LEDs are in my string. Now I put two total strings together, which is giving me 200 lights. I can easily select this down, and what you'll see is as I hold this down, the lights will actually change. It'll take a second because I'm doing the strings. And here it comes. So you can incrementally see it come down. So there I have 3, where it's denoting 3 pods. 1 pod, 2 pod, 3 pods. And then I slowly count up. You would do this until your whole roll is illuminated. In my case, it's going to continue when I get into the 50. For our reference, I can hold it down. Here we go. 100. So 100 gives us one completed roll. Now for me, I have 2 rolls hooked up. So now I'll just run that up to 200. Now we're set for the count of LEDs. The next thing you want to do is you're going to look at what they call the intensity. You would press the mode or speed button, and this gets you in the low and high. You would need high if you're going to go into an excessive amount of LEDs, but we're not going to go into there because that's going to require other power requirements. So for the most part, everybody will sit on low. Once that's done, you can press off. Now you're ready to turn on your LEDs. By pressing the on button, now the LEDs will start to dance and do whatever pattern. This particular model houses up to 133 patterns, each one with a different mode speed. As you get closer to 1, it'll actually go faster. And then the higher up you go, which is 99, will be its slowest speed possible. So here's 1. there's 99. I find the average being somewhere around 9. 9 to 10 ends up being a nice speed. The other thing you're going to want to notice is the complete rubber encapsulation of these LEDs. With this rubber encapsulating, it allows them to be completely waterproof, as I have here. So these are completely submerged underwater. They would be perfectly suitable for putting outside in your on the eave of your house, because there's just nothing going to happen to them. I have not tested them in salt water yet, but salt water shouldn't have that big of an effect. I know it is corrosive against some rubbers, but I believe this will be rated for it as well. With this, you can do a maximum of 4 complete rolls on one controller. What you'll do, and I have here, is I have one side programmed in the output 1 and then the other side is going to output 2. Each one can take 2 strings in concurrent. So this is allowing me to run 4 total strings, each one being 16 feet, giving me quite a bit of footage of lights. It also comes with a handy dandy remote, that you can go antenna up or antenna down. Got your simple on-off features, and you can do all the same programming you could here. You can step up, look at the different chasing patterns. You could also change the speeds if desired. If you completed the tutorial successfully, you too should have a glorious display as I do before me. If you need any help connecting any of these LEDs or LED products, head on down to the EPO Webster location, ask any of our friendly associates, and they too can help you. This has been your EPO Hookup.